Hey, before we start this, I just want to let you know that this isn't going to be a video of me shitting all over the game or Volition or anything. It's just me talking about an issue that I've seen pop up more and more and kind of giving my thoughts on it. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy. Hi there, homies. Sorry to double upload on you here, but I wanted to just quickly discuss something about my previous video. So I was in my video when I was editing and I posted it and everyone kind of was okay with it. It's done decently well. The like to dislike ratio is pretty good to say the backlash the actual game has got. But one thing that kept popping up was people talking about bugs, and I had experienced a few bugs, but I know that it's been like a prominent thing. People keep telling me about the bugs, and I'm like, I only experienced a couple, so I was really confused. So I started talking and hopping around the community, and it's wild. Like, there is a lot of bugs people are dealing with. Now, I've had a few, like I said, but a lot of mine were just really small bugs that weren't too big of an issue. And with the day one patch here any minute, I was kind of just expecting it to be sorted in the next, like, what, 24 hours? But there's a great deal of bugs, and I want to quickly just talk about that. So, in that video, as I said, I only had a few, and truthfully, my experience has been fine. I'm not going to BS you and pretend that mine was awful because everyone else is saying it, okay? I played the game on the Xbox One X, performance was fine, and besides a few glitches like soft locking, enemies not spawning, and me having to restart a couple things when it happens, like a VTOL glitch, my experience has been relatively good, but I know that a lot of people haven't shared that same experience, which sucks. So to those people out there, I just want to say the day one patch is around the corner. I hope that all your glitches are fixed within that patch. And I'm sorry for not really touching on it as much as maybe I should have in my review. I probably should have asked around a little bit more to do with glitches and stuff, because I didn't realize kind of how expansive the whole glitch issue was. Again, for me, it's been fine, truthfully. But a lot of people are having issues, and I probably should have gone about and asked, and I know it was my initial impressions, but with how crazy it is, I probably should have at least got some other opinions on how the bugs worked. So, yeah, basically all this is kind of like an update. So, Saints Row has got quite a few bugs. I've seen bugs from temp icons showing, weird like labels and stuff showing that shouldn't be there, people underneath the map, people going through walls, NPCs not spawning, mission objectives not going on, weapons not working, the weapon wheel getting stuck, guns coming out at multiple times, the reload animation breaking. There's been a good deal, and I want to just say that I'm starting to understand that there's quite a lot, and I'm sorry I didn't touch upon it in my review, basically. I'll try and update you all on the bugs when the game's got its day one patch. But until then, I did just want to quickly update you and say that, you know, I just didn't know about these bugs, truthfully, because my experience was pretty alright. And that's why I didn't include it in my review. So, what I'll probably end up doing is, once the game has got its day one patch, I'm going to kind of ask around the community and see what bugs have been fixed and which ones haven't, and kind of address the whole bug situation in its own video, and, you know, give it its own dedicated, like, video to just kind of talking about what's there, what isn't, how it's improved, and, you know, give it the full attention it deserved that I didn't in the review. I kind of feel a bit stupid for not spending more time on bugs in the review, but I mean, with my experience being relatively okay, I just didn't think it was that big of an issue. I thought the bugs were kind of not there, and with a day one patch, I just expected the game to come out and be pretty alright. But I'm starting to see more and more creep up, and I did just want to quickly say that I have spotted them, and I didn't purposely ignore them in my review. I want to say that right now, because I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, he's a sellout shill, he purposely ignored the bugs and didn't tell us about it. That's not the case, alright. I just genuinely didn't have any, and my experience is pretty okay, and I hope you guys shared that same experience, obviously. But if you do, then I apologize for not basically bringing it up in the review. There's a lot of crazy bugs out there, and, you know, modern gaming's quite a hard situation to be in. There's bugs kind of everywhere, and the whole gaming industry is kind of having more and more bugs creep up in modern games, probably due to just how much goes into them. And this game's no exception to that. But all I can say is I hope that when The day one patch comes out, the game's significantly better, and then with either a 30-day patch or a 90-day patch, I hope the game's essentially flawless and doesn't go down the route of AOM. It's nowhere near as bad as AOM or Cyberpunk, but it's got its bugs. I don't think that the game is completely broken or anything. Like, it's not that bad. But I think the day one patch is very needed. And I'm seeing crazy like stories and crazy things like end cutscenes breaking and stuff and kind of ruining an immersive moment. You know, and that's the kind of bugs that annoy me because I'd hate to be getting nearing towards the end of the game and having a bug in the final cutscene or something which just kind of kills all immersion. Um, Again though, I'm all I can say is I didn't have any, and I'm sorry that I didn't really address it. My performance has been fine, and the bugs, I've explained the ones I've had. You know, a few weapon wheel bugs, a few reload animation bugs, but those are just small things where, you know, you kind of fix them by just changing weapon and changing back and stuff. And then I've had a few mission bugs, but besides that, it's been relatively okay. And yeah, that's why I didn't really bring too much of it up in my review. But yeah, sorry on that one. I'll try and keep an eye out in the future if I spot any more bug updates, and when the day one patch rolls around, I'll try and talk a bit more on bugs. Anyway, though, I just wanted to update you on that because I feel like leaving it in my review kind of made the review seem a bit more misinformed than it should have been. I obviously only spoke about my experience in that review because that's the only experience I wanted to talk about, and mine was fine, but if people are having bugs, I feel like I kind of have to state that. I don't want to give you guys misleading information just because I got lucky, you know what I mean? But yeah, thanks all, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.